it is time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Monday, February the 22nd, 2016, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Conrad Carter, 75 years of age, died in his sleep at his home here in Muleshoe early last week. Music was Conrad Carter's life, and he played his guitar many days at McDonald's here in Muleshoe. Earlier in his life, he had played with Waylon Jennings, Buddy Holly, and many other musicians in the Lubbock area. Graveside funeral services for Conrad Carter will be held Wednesday afternoon at 2 in the Peaceful Gardens Memorial Park on Highway 87 in the Woodrow community just south of Lubbock. He is survived by a daughter, Mary Jo Panada of Hale Center, a sister, Norma Jean of Lubbock, and locally here in Muleshoe are his aunt and uncle, Cleo and Ruby Ward, and his cousin, Cecil Ward, all of Muleshoe. Conrad Carter was born February the 10th, 1941, to Hazel and Willard Carter of Muleshoe. He moved back to Muleshoe in about 1989 or 90. The family would like very much anyone who has a video of him playing at McDonald's to share it with them. You can call the Cleo Ward home here in Muleshoe. Please remember all of the family of Conrad Carter in your prayers. And repeating, Conrad Carter, 75 of Muleshoe, died at his home here in his sleep peacefully early last week. And the graveside funeral services will be held Wednesday afternoon at 2 in the Peaceful Gardens Memorial Park in the Woodrow community immediately south of Lubbock. Donna Burke, 62 of Muleshoe, died Friday in Lubbock. The memorial service for Donna Burke will be held Tuesday afternoon at 2 at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe with her pastor, the Reverend Ray Don Stanford of the Trinity Christian Center Church of Muleshoe. She was born on October the 19th, 1953 in Joplin, Missouri, to Kenneth and Shirley Burke. Donna was an artist and loved to paint. She also loved to tattoo and had worked as a tattoo artist for many years. Donna Burke enjoyed doing crafts of all kinds, and she was a member of the Trinity Christian Center Church here in Muleshoe. She is survived by her husband, Herschel Hardin, of the home here in Muleshoe. He drives our Bailey County Senior Citizens van. Her son, Derek Lamar, and his wife, Vicki of Brownfield. Her daughter, Tangi Lamar of Lubbock. Two sisters also survived, Patricia Bell of of Fort Worth, and Angela Johnson of Austin. There are 3 grandchildren, Zachary, Cadid, and Christopher Lamar. Please remember all of the family of Donna Burke in your prayers. The family asks that memorials be sent to the Methodist Liver Institute, 1411 North Berkeley Avenue, and that is number 268 in Dallas. The zip there, 75203. Please remember the family of Donna Burke in your prayers, and here in Muleshoe, her husband, Herschel Hardin. And memorial service will be held at 2 Tuesday afternoon in Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe with her pastor, the Reverend Ray Don Stanford of the Trinity Christian Center Church, officiating. And she died in Lubbock on last Friday at the age of 62. 5 Area Telephone West Plains Telecommunication now brings you the weather forecast for Muleshoe, Soudan, Amherst, Earth, and our entire vicinity. The high in Muleshoe on Sunday was 58 degrees, and the day before on Saturday it had been 81 degrees. The low Sunday was 31 degrees. The high last week came on Thursday, and that was 85 degrees. Here in Muleshoe on Monday morning, it was 31 degrees at 7 o'clock. Now a message from our sponsor.
Secure your life with fast technologies available through 5 Area. Whether you're in Muleshoe or anywhere in the world, security and automation services for your home, farm, or business available now through your hometown company, 5 Area. Plans starting now at $20 per month. Fast Technologies offers live and recordable video surveillance. Control your door locks and garage doors, whether you're in your recliner around the corner or in Dallas. Lighting control and motion detection. Door and window sensors. Receive alerts through text, email, or phone. Plans again starting at $20 per month. Call today, 5 Area, 806-272-5533, or go by their website at 5area.com. They will also be happy to give you an on-site demo, so stop by their offices today, 302 Uvalde Street on the west edge of Muleshoe. A DSL internet connection is required. That's home, farm, and business security and automation services available through Fast Technologies at 5 Area. Call 806-272-5533 for more information. Looking at our weather forecast for today on Monday for the Muleshoe area, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 51, southeast winds around 10 miles per hour. And rain chances will be starting across the southwest, South Plains and spreading northeastward. A cold front will move in late tonight that will usher in a colder air mass that may encourage snow mixing in with rain here in the Muleshoe area. There is a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms this evening with a mostly cloudy sky and low around 31 degrees. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming northeast after midnight. Tomorrow on Tuesday, much colder with a high only around 44 degrees. Cloudy conditions, a chance of rain and possible snow before noon, then a chance of rain Tuesday afternoon. North winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, increasing to 25 to 30 miles per hour Tuesday afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 40 miles per hour on Tuesday. Chance of precipitation is 50%. New snow accumulations of less than half an inch are possible. Then Tuesday night, cloudy during the early evening, then gradually clearing. Low around 20 degrees, windy with a northwest wind 25 to 30 miles per hour, decreasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour Tuesday night. Sunny on Wednesday, high near 55 degrees, northwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, mostly clear Wednesday night. Low around 25. Sunny on Thursday, high near 58 degrees, northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, then clear Thursday evening, low around 25. Friday, sunny, high near 63 degrees, south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northerly in the afternoon hours, mostly clear Friday night, low around 29. And repeating our forecast for today, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday afternoon for the Muleshoe area, mostly cloudy, high near 51 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight, mostly cloudy, low around 31. Chance of precipitation is 60%. Then on Tuesday, a chance of rain and snow before noon, then a chance of rain Tuesday afternoon, cloudy with a high near 44 degrees. Windy conditions with gusts as high as 40 miles per hour possible. Chance of precipitation on Tuesday during the day is 50%. New snow accumulations less than half an inch are possible. Cloudy Tuesday early evening, then gradually clearing, low around 20 degrees. 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast.
Austin Bammert filed Friday, the last day to file in the Muleshoe City Council election for District 2, which has been vacant. Previously, Donald Phelps had also filed for a place on the ballot in District 2. So there will be a contest between Donald Phelps and Austin Bammert in the city election. Also on the city ballot will be a special election to reauthorization of the local sales and use tax in the city of Muleshoe at the rate of 1/4% to continue providing revenue for maintenance and repair of the municipal streets. Also, in the Muleshoe Independent School Board, there was also 2 places at large positions, and both of the incumbents have filed, Kelly Kettner and Jared Lee, for a place on the ballot. However, that really will not have to take place since there is no one opposing Kettner or Lee, either one. At the last moment, Landon Nichols filed for re-election to District 3 position on the Muleshoe Area Hospital District Board, and no one filed for the place in District 1, now held by Dusty Clayton on the Muleshoe Area Hospital District Board. Zona Gatewood had previously filed for once again re-election to District 5 place on the Muleshoe Area Hospital District. So actually, there will not need to be an election for the Muleshoe Area Hospital District Board either, as well as the Muleshoe School Board. Now, earlier last week, you will remember that a petition was presented for a local option election to legalize the sale of all alcoholic beverages, including mixed beverages, in the city of Muleshoe. However, the city secretary, Zana Carpenter, verified the signatures of the petition and found the petition did not have enough signatures that were required in order to hold an election. So we have for sure a city election that will be held on May the 7th. We'll be back with more Muletrain news, and we have a lot of sports in the news, so stay tuned.
Show your school spirit with the First Bank School Spirit MasterCard debit card, available now at 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515, right here in Muleshoe. Show your team spirit and earn cash for your school every time you swap your card. Available now for the Muleshoe Mules, Dimmitt Bobcats, and Bovina Mustangs. The School Spirit MasterCard debit card, available now at the First Bank, 202 South 1st Street, 806-272-4515, FBMuleshoe.com. The First Bank is member FDIC.
Victor and Debbie Leal are very thrilled to announce that Libby Leal is back at Leal's in Muleshoe, where she belongs. Libby will join Angelica Toscana as managers at Leal's, the original Leal's, of course, in Muleshoe, here since 1957, and the best Leal's. And as Isla says, the chips are delicious, but everything at Leal's in Muleshoe at 1010 West American Boulevard is delicious. Libby and Angelica ask you to come and enjoy their delicious Mexican food. And oh yes, they have other things on the menu too for those who want it, like hamburgers and the best of grilled cheese too at Leal's.
Frying Cocks right here in Muleshoe, 401 South 1st Street, where they're in between seasons. They have a sale going on their Dickies outer winter wear Get 10% off now. The bib balls and coats made by Dickies available at Fry & Cox. Also, they're getting ready for the spring and summer, which is just around the corner. They have weed sprayers and chemicals, fans. They're beginning to get in their planting supplies in, including fertilizer, weed and feed, potting mix by Miracle Grow, weed eaters, leaf rakes, bow rakes, hoe, round point and square point shovels, Miracle Grow plant food, Weed Begone, Bug Begone, 7 Dust, and a huge selection of sprinklers and garden hoses available now at Fry & Cox, 401 South First Street, where don't forget, get 10% off Dickies outerwear now at Fry & Cox.
The by-district game between the Muleshoe Mules basketball team and Spearman boys has been moved back to 8 o'clock on Tuesday, and that is at Canyon Randall High School gym. The Mules are still the home team, and district and coaches association passes will be accepted. Your admission will be $5 for adults and $3 for students. And we urge all of our Mule fans to be sure and back the Muleshoe Mules and go Tuesday night to the game at 8 o'clock. The game was bumped to a later slot due to the Randall girls game. And we will be there with the voice of the Muleshoe Mules, that is Bob Graves, and the eyes of the Mules, Gil Robert Reynolds, to film highlights of the game, courtesy of 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, McDonald's and Muleshoe Irrigation Pumps and Power Incorporated, Shipman Body Shop, and Autoplex, Lee Al's Tortilla Factory, Precure Electric, Muleshoe Independent School District, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Hereford Feed Ingredients Incorporated, Barrett Potato Farms, and the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. So good luck to our Muleshoe Mules in by district Tuesday at 8 o'clock at Canyon Randall. That is almost in Amarillo. Now, also because of this, the Dillman PE students of Diane Skipworth will present their program Monday night at 6 at Watson Junior High School gym. Please note that it will be Monday night at 6 o'clock at Watson Junior High gym, and we will be there to film the PE students at Dillman Elementary School. Also, another change because of the by-district boys game, the Lady Mules softball game scheduled to be played on Tuesday has been moved to Monday at 4 o'clock at Post. Now, good luck to the Sudan girls because the Nets will be playing once again sundown at Friendship High School Monday night at 6:30 for the regional quarterfinals after beating Miles in an overtime game on Friday 47-45, and they are area champs, the Sudan Nets. And Sudan and Sundown are in the same district and met twice during district action, and Sundown won both of those games, but barely. The first score was Sundown 35, Sudan 33. And the other game was Sundown 51 and Sudan 46. But this time they're going to turn it around, and they will with your help. So be sure, Nets fans, be there Monday night, 6:30 at Friendship High School gym to back your Sudan Nets against Sundown in the regional quarterfinals. Randy Lawrence, a Muleshoe High School senior, is having surgery on his ear Monday at University Medical Center in Lubbock. Please remember Randy Lawrence, his grandmother, of course, Bernie Martz, and all of the family in your prayers. Randy Lawrence is having surgery on his ear Monday at University Medical Center in Lubbock. I talked on Sunday afternoon with Corlin Jarman, and she tells us that Jean Paul Jarman, her husband, is not doing well at all and certainly needs to be on our prayer list. Also, please remember Larry Thornton, the editor of the Muleshoe Journal. He is in Dallas in the hospital and recuperating from last week's heart transplant surgery. Remember Larry Thornton, his wife Diane, and all of his family in your prayers. Rhonda Eagle tells us that a fund for Larry Thornton's medical care has been set up at the First Bank here in Muleshoe, and you can leave your donations there at the First Bank for the Larry Thornton Medical Fund. Now, there will be an early dismissal of the Muleshoe schools on Wednesday at noon for parent-teacher conferences. And so, therefore, there will be no rock Wednesday after school at the First United Methodist Church of Muleshoe. No rock on this Wednesday. The baseball Mules will be playing here in Muleshoe, Hereford, Estacada, and the games will be at 4:30 and 6:30 for the JV and varsity teams. On Wednesday morning at Muleshoe High School at 11 o'clock, there will be a special ceremony to present the junior class with their class rings in the Carrie Moore Auditorium of MHS. On Friday afternoon at 1, the one-act play of MHS will go to a workshop for one-act play casts at Tulia. We want to say congratulations to Archie Evans, formerly of Muleshoe. He and Peggy Robertson were married, and Archie Evans is the son of the late Eunice and Ed Evans of Muleshoe. He now lives up in Oklahoma. And, of course, Archie Evans is a MHS graduate. On Sunday, when I was leaving church, I passed by the First Assembly of God Church here in Muleshoe, and it was really sad to see no cars around the church or their Family Life building, and even the letters First Assembly of God Church had been taken off of the building. It was closed the Sunday before by the West Texas Assembly of God churches. You know, something I was thinking about and giving the obituary for Conrad Carter. I used to pass Woodrow all the time on Highway 70 and that Peaceful Gardens Cemetery, and I always thought it was so odd. You know, it was just a little teeny tiny community, and it was the Woodrow Methodist Church, and next door was the Cooper Baptist Church, all right there next to one another. And of course, you know what's there now. It's a big, big community. It's Cooper, or we call it Lubbock Cooper now, and it has really, really grown. In an outdoor setting in Taos on a beautiful Saturday morning, Megan Tips, of Minneapolis, Minnesota, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. David Tips of Muleshoe, became Mrs. John Raybuck. The setting for the family wedding was in the distant snow-capped mountains. Wasn't it perfect? And we want to say congratulations to Megan and John Raybuck. They are living in Minneapolis. God bless you both and your family. We want to say a big happy 5th birthday to Adeline Garcia, who is celebrating her birthday. Happy, happy day to you, Adeline Garcia, 5 years old now and a preschooler down at Dillman Elementary School. Well, it has been a thrilling time for the Black family. The whole Black clan are excited. Morgan Ashmore is the granddaughter of Mary Jo Black of Plainview and the late Bill Black. So you realize there's a lot of family members right here in Muleshoe. And all eyes of Muleshoe and the Blacks and the Holts were on Morgan. And they should have been, because the Lady Buffs of West Texas A&M University are ranked 9th in the nation. Well, guess what? Because of Morgan Ashmore, and could we just put in she's a Black descendant? Well, she is also a Holt descendant, and so that means she has a lot of athletic ability. And she was the heroine because Tarleton in their senior game beat West Texas A&M Buffs 53-52. And what a game it was, a thrilling one. Now, all the Blacks went over to Eastern New Mexico University at Portales just recently and watched her play, and they were thrilled. There were 15 of them. And in this game that just happened this weekend, Morgan Ashmore scored 11 points, 4 assists, and also had 2 steals. And she's a senior at Tarleton State in Stephenville. And what an upset it was. And this meant that Tarleton had won 7 straight games to end their season. And what a season it has been. I know she is right a chip off of her grandmother, Mary Jo Black's shoulder. Now, remember, you can still vote early now through February the 26th at the county in which you are a registered voter in the state of Texas. And we urge everyone to vote either on Election Day, March the 1st, in the primary, in the Democratic or Republican primaries, or to vote early now. In Bailey County, you vote at the clerk's office in the Bailey County Courthouse. I think it was really interesting that several of the national news media said that the Bush dynasty was over in politics. Well, I don't think so. I don't know if you realize that Jeb Bush's son is Texas Land Commissioner. He's only 38 years of age, and he's George P. Bush. So I wouldn't call that the end of the Bush dynasty, because I've always thought the Texas Land Commissioner's job was a stepping stone to higher political assets in the state of Texas especially. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just one moment. Please stay tuned.
The swing bed program is now available at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street, right here in Muleshoe, for the patient who is no longer in need of acute medical care but is not yet comfortable functioning independently at home. Call today for more information about the swing bed program, 806-272-4524, the Muleshoe Area Medical Center.
On our prayer list, Mary Jo Burge, always all the residents at the Parkview Nursing Care Center, Alton and Alma Burton, Cameron Nix, son of Ms. Tim Nix of Sudan, a Muleshoe High School 2000 graduate, still needs to be in our prayers. He is able to walk just a little with a walker. Also, Terry and James Byers, Nona and Olin Clements, Leona Harris, Flo Jones, Leela Sue and Doyle King, Twyla Kervin of Lubbock. She's the daughter of Billy Downing of Lubbock, formerly of Muleshoe, and Twyla was reared here in Muleshoe. She needs to be in our prayers as she recuperates. Bob and Nina Landers. I saw Nina out yesterday at United. G.R. Lassiter, Lorna Mason of Lubbock, former longtime resident of Muleshoe. She is the mother of Becky Conklin of Muleshoe. Mary and Wiltsey Moore of our home in Muleshoe, and I talked with their daughter recently, Dana, who was here from the Metroplex helping them. Suzanne Nichols, Mary Ellen Robertson, Clinton and Maxine Rogers, June and Jake Saylor. Also, Wani Frazier and Romero Leal, both new residents at the Parkview. Keith Berman and Zora Reynolds, now at home. Carrie John Schuster, Doris and R.L. Scott. Brian Taylor, Dorothy Turner. I talked with Dorothy just recently, and she told me she was doing pretty good. Glenn Watkins and Laverne Wynn. Remember Mary Janice Brantley, she's going back to the doctor on Thursday. Peggy Wheeler, we saw her yesterday morning, and she was looking much better, and saw Alice Sims. She was out, and so that was wonderful. Warren Givens, and of course Betty and Drew Ennis also were out yesterday, and Drew said he was doing better. Linda Watson still needs to be in our prayers as well. And the families of Aurora Mata, 81, of the Austin area, former longtime resident of Muleshoe. Catherine Van Devender, 90, of Muleshoe, the mother of Sandy Van Devender. Dan Smith, 79, of Lasbury. And Mabel Neiman, 91, of Muleshoe.
And it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program rotating on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well. Find it free of charge on demand anytime you want to listen to it. MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. A visit to Thurber in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
And the Sounds of Texas are brought to you here on Reach Broadband Channel 6 as well as MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, owned by the members that they serve. They're celebrating 76 years of rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. Call them 806-272-4504 or check them out online, bcecoop.com. The board of directors and members, employees, the manager, CEO, David Markle. I hope that you enjoy the Sounds of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
If you're traveling along Interstate 20 west of Weatherford, you can't help noticing the brick tower at Thurber.
The big smokestack is our big landmark for letting people know where we are now, but during Thurber's time it was their ice plant and their electric plant. It was built out of Thurber brick, and it was completed in 1908.
Shay Adams is with the W.K. Gordon Museum at Thurber, which was established as a coal mining town in 1886.
It was a 100% company-owned town. It was owned by the Texas Pacific Coal and Oil Company. It was here for about 50 years. They also made bricks here. We're actually on the brick plant property here at the museum.
Those bricks have been found as far away as Arizona and Cuba, but coal came first.
The coal mines would have been just west of town. They're on private property now. The coal miners would have taken a train out to the coal field.
New York Hill is another landmark.
The New York executives started moving to Thurber to oversee the operations and just to get in on the business on the ground here. Most of them moved to that hill. And so it became known as New York Hill because you had so many of the Easterners coming in and moving there. You had several ethnic groups who were here, and they all had their sections of town. So you had Polander Hill, you had Italian Hill, so then you had New York Hill.
Miners had to lie down to get the coal. They were paid $1.15 per ton. Thurber was thriving until McCleskey No. 1 started the Ranger oil boom. The museum has a replica featuring the sound of a gusher.
They discovered the oil in 1917. It was pretty much the end of Thurber. The town hung on until the mid-1930s, but as people started switching to oil, you don't need coal anymore. So they shut down the coal mines first, especially with there was a national coal miner strike in 1921, and that pretty much sealed the deal for Thurber shutting down the mines because they just couldn't keep up with those kind of wages at that time. So the brick plant closed in the mid-1930s. With the Depression, people stopped paving the roads with brick because asphalt is a lot cheaper and it uses oil. So they shut the brick plant down and Thurber went away.
Shay Adams of the W.K. Gordon Center in Thurber. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Time now for the market report, brought to you today by Stephen Dement, financial advisor with Edward Jones, member SIPC. He's located in his office right here in Muleshoe, 104 West 2nd Street. Call 806-272-4102. Speak with Stephen or branch office administrator Dana Rempe. The market report was recorded this Monday, February the 22nd, 2016 at 11:30 a.m.
This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member of the New York Stock Exchange Incorporated, bringing you the daily financial market report. Stocks are gaining as rising commodity prices and signs of stability in China markets help to rekindle a rally that stalled at the end of last week. In economic news, a preliminary report of nationwide manufacturing activity for February declined. In earnings news, HSBC reported full-year 2015 results below expectations, the lower revenue and higher loan costs. Bonds are lower to start the day on strength in oil and equities. So far this morning in the S&P 500, the best performing sector is energy, while the worst performing sector is consumer staples. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 212 to 16,604. The S&P 500 Index is up 24 to 1,942. And the NASDAQ Composite Index is up 60 to 4,565. This morning, volume on the New York Stock Exchange is high with 372 million shares traded. Advancers are outnumbered decliners by a wide margin. In commodity markets, the spot price of gold is down $16 to $1,209. The spot price of silver is down 19 cents to $15.16, and crude oil prices are up $1.86 to $31.50. In bond markets, the 30-year Treasury yield is currently 2.62%, and the 10-year Treasury yield is 1.76%. In stocks of local interest, Procter & Gamble is up 61 cents to 82.41. Berkshire Hathaway is up 54 cents to 131.59. Xcel Energy is up 21 cents to 39.54. Pfizer is up 42 cents to 29.91. Walt Disney is up $1.66 to 96.67. Apple is up 21 cents to 96.25. Johnson & Johnson is up 40 cents to 104.56. Vodafone is up 8 cents to 30.65. And Valero is up $1.30 to 58.35. This is Dana Rempe of Edward Jones, member SIPC, serving individual investors with personalized attention and long-term financial advice at 104 West 2nd Street in Muleshoe. Daily commentary is also located on our website at edwardjones.com.